Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. In today's video for the final myth, we are going to be testing of whether or not that you can stop a hunter mid-pounce by bonking him in the head with a bile bomb. We did something similar to this a few years ago with a pipe bomb, which, believe it or not, did work back in the day. But the bile bomb, that's made out of glass, so I would like to believe that it would just break on impact. But then again, though, I used to think the same thing about when I was testing the Molotov myth on the Charger that we did last week, so you really never know, so I'm more than happy to test it out. If you guys end up enjoying today's video, please drop a like by the end, subscribe if you are new, and if you have a myth of your very own that you would like to have be featured in next week's episode, please by all means feel free to leave them here in the comment section down below, or also alternatively, you can leave them within my Discord server, which is going to be linked down below in this video's description. But with all that being said, guys, I hope you end up enjoying this week's episode of Left 4 Dead 2 Myth Busting Mondays. Myth. Can you temporarily boost your health over 100 by drowning yourself in a puddle of water and then taking pain pills? Alrighty guys, so myth number 1 is going to be submitted in by Team Master, but this is also just a true winner one with a different name, and he did say I can't just call him by his old name despite the name change, so I'm just going to call him that from now on. So a true winner 1, thank you for submitting your myth our way, and we are specifically on Hard Rain as you requested. This specific spot we're in is right next to the sugar mill on chapter 3 when we're returning back over to the burger tank. So if you end up crouching in this specific spot, you will eventually start losing your health because you're drowning. And then upon taking pain pills, believe it or not, you actually will temporarily go over 100 HP. It just takes me a second here to drown, but once I start to end up losing my health and be around 50 HP or so, I'm going to pop the pain pills and you guys are going to see that it does indeed go up. I don't necessarily know why this is the case. My guess is that the game is trying to make sure that you don't die by an environmental hazard, and so what it does is that it just gives you your health back over time to prevent you from dying if you were, like, let's say, clipping out of the map. This is the only instance where I can think of where you actually will just regen your health without using any sort of med kit or pain pills or adrenaline shot. And this causes this weird glitch to happen where now I have 140 plus HP. And I can see how in certain situations this may be to your benefit because now you have more health than the game would expect you to, allowing you to be able to tank more hits. So the first myth is confirmed. You actually can get over 100 HP, although be a temporary, by doing this strange strategy. But yeah, if you want to be able to end up getting over 100 HP, just drown yourself and take some pain pills. Myth. Can spitter goo hit the targets in the shooting gallery minigame in Dark Carnival? Alrighty guys, myth number 2 is going to be submitted in by Tacky Rovelator. So me and Glabursko are going to be the spitters in this case, and Dan and Tyler are going to activate the machine. Now, in the spitter's case, unlike, let's say, something like the smoker, which we've tested recently, the spit actually will come out of the character, regardless of whether or not a player's in the way, which is a good thing that helps us to our advantage. But the problem is that by the time it recharges, we only really get 2 chances before the entire game's over. So even if you had 3 players playing as a spitter and they each get 2 shots each, that's only 6 potential targets if this were to even work, because in our case, regardless of whether or not we were hitting it, it was just not giving us points. It was just saying that we missed and was clipping through the targets like we've had happen with the other special infected minus the tank. So myth 2 is busted, unfortunately. You can't end up winning the shooting gallery minigame as a spitter. Myth. Can throwing a gas can or Nomchansky stop the boomer vomit effect? So myth number 3 is going to be submitted in by Bob Robinson, who I believe has never submitted a myth before, so thank you, Bob. We greatly appreciate you for submitting a myth our way. So we're going to test out the gas can first, and the way we're going to be doing this is just having slow motion on, spawn a boomer in, and throwing the gas can right as the boomer is trying to turn around to vomit on us. So here goes my attempt, and unfortunately it did not work. I believe what's happening here is because the vomit is so widespread that you can't possibly block every single vomit pixel, so even if the gas can is blocking something, it can't block everything, meaning you'll still get blinded. And this was also still the case with Nomchansky. It didn't do anything differently in comparison to the gas can. So that means that myth 3 is busted. Both the gas can and Nomchansky cannot block or disable the boomer vomit effect. Myth. Can you stop a charging charger by throwing a bile bomb at him? Alrighty guys, so myth number 4 is going to be submitted by Glabursco, and since we're already going to be testing the Hunter at the end of the video anyways, might as well get some of the other special infected out of the way as well, so that is why we're going to be testing the Charger here at the second to last myth. So when we ended up testing out this myth, this was basically the summary of what we ended up finding, is that when you throw a Bile Bomb at a Charger, just like any of the other zombies, it will end up highlighting them in purple and makes so that way the zombies will be attracted to the Charger and therefore attack him. It did not end up changing regardless of whether or not we hit him in the upper mass or the lower mass. Unlike the Pipe Bomb and the Molotov, the Bile Bomb will auto-break on impact because it's meant to do that. You're meant to throw it at special infected, so it's meant to function this way. Whereas the Pipe Bomb and the Molotov are not exactly meant to be direct impacted, they're supposed to be just in the general vicinity, which is why they have that weird booping effect. Although one weird thing that I will point out that we did find out about the Bile Bomb is it does indeed bounce off of surfaces just like the other grenades. It doesn't just break on impact when it comes to surfaces, it's only with special infected. So myth 4 specifically regarding the Charger does not work, it is busted. But now let's transition over to testing this on the Hunter and see if that's any different. Myth: can you stop a pouncing Hunter by throwing a Bile Bomb at him? Alrighty guys, the very last myth of today's video is going to be submitted in by Soul. So Soul, thank you for submitting in a myth our way, and we're just going to be picking up right where we left off on the passing here, and I'm going to spawn in a Hunter while the guys are still testing the Charger over there, and see if whether or not the Bile Bomb works any differently on the Hunter in comparison to the Charger. So here we go, I'm spawning him in, and in slow motion I'm throwing it directly at his face, and yet it does not work, just like the Charger. So that means that the final myth of today's video is busted. You cannot stop a pouncing Hunter just like a charging Charger by throwing a Bile Bomb directly at their face. But hey, on the bright side, you can at least do this strategy with 2 of the 3 grenades in the game. You would just have to do it with either A Molotov, or B, a Pipe Bomb. But hey, 2 out of 3 ain't that bad. But yeah guys, that is going to be it here for today's video, and I do truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. By the way guys, just want to let you know that next week is going to be April the 1st. Normally, once a year, I like to do a funny April Fool's video, and since it's going to be on a Monday, I thought that why not make that a episode of Myth-Busting Mondays. So next week is going to be April Fool's special that's most likely just going to be a thing of shit posts and memes, so I encourage you guys to watch it, but to not necessarily take it so seriously. It's just going to be a funny one-off, but I do hope you guys look forward to it nonetheless. So be on the lookout for next week's episode, and once again, if you ended up enjoying, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that beautiful stuff. But I hope you guys ended up enjoying seeing another YouTube video from the most unique YouTubers are ever going to see. Thanks for watching guys, I love all of you, and peace out.
Hey meme lords, Jesus here, and you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too, and give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!